And we are live calling you from Cambridge, Massachusetts, the capital of the internet. My name is Dr. Jeffrey Lant. I am the co-founder, the CEO, and the chairman of our scholarship committee. We at Worldprofit.com, www.worldprofit.com, have offered this program longer than any other live program on the internet. It's called Anything Goes, and we mean it. Our subjects are divergent, they are exciting, they're sometimes mournful, they're thought-provoking, they can be extremely funny, and sometimes rather rude. So if you're a disposition for a food fight, you might be in the right place. I want to tell you a little bit about Worldprofit, then I'm going to introduce my colleague today, Howard Martell, who is a member of the research of the scholarship committee and a senior member, and he'll be helping me out in today's program. We are a Canadian company. We're based in Edmonton, Alberta, Canada. We've been here for over 20 years. We have helped more people establish online home-based businesses than any company. Indeed, we think that all the other companies combined. We have 2 million members. As I said, we're Canadian. We have the highest merit rating of any that you can get from the Canadian Better Business Bureau. We have an A+ record. And we are also in with the Canadian Corporate Authority. I tell you this, you have peace of mind. If you try to deal with a company that doesn't give you this kind of information, you might ask. We're very proud of our connections within the business community in Canada, the United States, and very pleased that you joined us today. Now, we have two audiences, one of which is the in-studio audience. These are people that are with us right now from all over the world. And then we have our audience on YouTube, where this program will be circulating for months and years to come. I want to introduce Howard Martell. Howard Martell, we have done many programs together. What do you want the folks to know about you and our program?
Well, again, my name's Howard Martell here from Virginia Beach, Virginia. I've been here almost 4 or 5 years.
Got some sound issues there. Turn up the sound.
5 years. And for 5 years.
I don't hear folks. Is it me or is it good? Can you hear Howard clearly? Everyone hear him clearly.
Lisa?
Okay, so yes,
as I was saying, I've been part of this program. And the fact of it is that this is a community of real people, entrepreneurs who are serious about their success online. And that's what is great about it. You get a complete system here, people. So as we're waiting on Dr. Lant, the fact of it is that we are here to help you. Okay?
Today is a sad day, and there actually is a good portion to it too. Every cloud has a silver lining, but this one has a bit of one. I am addressing you from Cambridge, Massachusetts. I'm going to be talking about a town called Gloucester Mass. Gloucester, Massachusetts. Gloucester is the oldest harbor in North America, the first place where the fishing boats came. At one point, more boats and ships docked at Gloucester than in all the ports of the Eastern Sea. The name of Gloucester, which was noted yesterday afternoon, is that the port of Gloucester is essentially being shut down. No more cod fishing because the stocks of cod dangerously overfished. And of course, the fisher people of Gloucester, Mass are very upset by this development. We're going to offer them some advice. And we want to recognize the fact that this is the Department of Agriculture and Fish and Game moved rapidly for a government agency before the cod was fished out. Now, Howard, you're a Navy man. What do you think of this ban on shipping within the port of Gloucester, Mass?
Oh, from my understanding, Gloucester is a fishing town, and they rely on the other fish for their livelihood. They're a hard-working group that's been doing this for decades, or centuries. Long time they've been fishing. Centuries, yeah, centuries. So I can see why they're up in arms.
But are you, in the final analysis, would you allow the port of Gloucester to remain open until the cod is fished out and beyond the point of returning the stocks? Because the federal authorities have said the stocks of cod are dangerously low, was the exact words. Would you stop it, or would you just say, what the hell, let's go for it, boys?
No, they have to have some type of regulation, because this will affect not only the cod, but the other fish that possibly eat the cod.
Right. So I think, well, I'm going to hold off my conclusions on this. What we're going to do today is, first of all, invite all the folks that are looking in right now. About 70 folks are actually with us at the moment in the studio. We are going to offer, and this is, and I want you folks out there in radio land to understand this, for the next 58 minutes only, every single person listening to this program is eligible for a $2,500 scholarship. 58 minutes. If you don't take it, if you scratch your head through it, if you sleep through it, you've missed it. You snooze, you lose. We are prepared at Worldprofit to do something which no other company in our industry is doing. We invest in good people. And if you're a fisherman from Gloucester, Mass, or anywhere along the coast of the United States, we know you're hurting, so I'll do this. A special message to anywhere of you involved in the maritime industry, any maritime industry, anywhere. So come in here and live a hard time. We'll do what we can to give you a scholarship and get you on a new career. So Howard, we have all these people that are looking in the window. I'm offering them the hand of fellowship and the hand of business. 50 now, the offer will be defunct. We'll go back to usual, but for 57 minutes, everything in this room going to give scholar $2,000. We are going to help you. It's not an in, not a but right now. So we lay out the and that out of it back in 2008, this very day, and without further ado, these articles are given to members of our community freely by myself. There are over 1,000 of them. And I have been concerned about the fate of Gloucester Mass and similar communities for a long time. Howard's going to read us this article, and we're going to use as the music the song of the Edmund Fitzgerald by Gordon Lightfoot, which is just tailor-made for this. So let's start off, first of all, with Howard reading the article. Folks, listen in, and then we're going to make the offer, scholarship offer. And for those of you that are wanting a little more information while Howard's reading, you can click green box to say watch video. That takes 7 minutes. However, we're going to slice it. We're going to bring all of you people in who want to succeed on the net. And if you are undergoing a job transition with these 4 gentlemen, they're mostly men, in Gloucester, Mass, well, then we want to help make it as effortless and painless as we possibly can, and we're in a position to do that. Howard, let's start with the article about Gloucester, Mass, and the Foxy Lady.
All right, thank you, Dr. Lant. In the spirit of God, the face of the waters, Genesis 1:2. Thought on the Foxy Lady II, and the most words in the language lost by Jeffrey Lant, author's program note. To consider the great seas and oceans of our habitat is to consider the very origin of our species and how, on decease, the residue of each of us returns to the water from whence we came. The truth is not ashes to ashes, dust to dust, but drop to drop, oozing towards the watery place where life ends and life begins all over again, an unbreakable cycle of life, death, renewal, in our place by no means secure and irrevocable. Those who move upon these waters know this cycle, respect it, seek to understand and profit from it. But none of them seek to control it, for that is the prerogative of God himself alone, whose countenance hovers over the waters, dictating fair passage or foul. For God moves in mysterious ways, as the fisherfolk of Gloucester, Massachusetts know. There's the home of the oldest fleet, port, and harbor of the new land, coming long years before the great republic itself. The story is a story, and despite its deep sadness, I am whilst grieving glad, for this is well worth to begin. As soon as I began of this story inserted my brain. Sharp words of 1976, the wreck of Edmund Here, simplicity, music, restful intention. As they will rise unbidden at every watery event of melancholy and loss. Lightfoot understand that the stories of the greatest impact, the most powerful words, the ones that change your life and reside in your brain forever, are simply short thrust from his brain to yours, where there is waiting for you to trip on the booby trap that sets him off in your mind all over again. Each time to be reminded of the awe and terrible power of the unyielding water, the water that creates, sustains us, and controls us, never to be released. Lightfoot, poet, has this ability, and that is why listening to the wreck of the Edmund Gerald is so haunting, painful. Music you should listen to only when there is a sympathetic hand nearby touching yours, reminding you there is light and life, and even the comforts of love poised for you. Then listen at Lightfoot weaves his tale of great ship of 29 men, weighed down with too much iron ore and cargo, fully loaded. The ship, the men that have no chance at all, none whatsoever, when pitted against the capricious mastery of the big lake they call Gitche Kumi. The ship, the pride of the American side, went down, all hands lost, never to be given up by dread superior or seen again. They were now and forever entombed in the waters of eternity. And so the tune ends on a note that is at once bleak, somber, hopeless. Go down a search engine and see for yourself. But here's the rub. The terrible, afflicting, distressing, dismal, depressing tale that Lightfoot tells is, with all its solemnity and woe, happier, I think, than what happened to the Foxy Lady II and her two-man crew. For the grieving survivors of Edmund Fitzgerald's dead could take what comfort they could from the fact their loved ones were immortalized by Lightfoot, who thus gave them something of closure and peace. For those who knew the little Foxy Lady II and her crew, it is very different. This terrible sadness will abide raw, chilling, tugging at hearts already broken and distressed. This is the greatest burden of all, for there is no comfort here. The facts. Here's what we know about Foxy Lady II. It's a 25-year-old Captain Wally Chubby Gray Jr. and his 4-year-old mate, Ian Young. Foxy Lady II, a 45-foot scalloper, homeported in Gloucester, although Gray and Young were from Deer Island, Maine. For all that he was a young man, Gray had a lifetime of fishing experience. His father was a fisherman. He had started his son in the family business at age 3, his mother reported. He knew boats, fish, and the movement of dark sky and darker waters. He respected them, and though he was shy, careful, prepared, he had a young, just 3, affectionately called me. Backyard, squinting pictures of father and son are adulting, now dead, the other bereft of a father. Chubby playing with his son, hair a riot of disorder. His young son, blonde and happy to be where he will not recall at all in the long, lonely years to come. This is but one of the sad stories here. The newspapers report that Chubby had a girlfriend. However, in all the coverage, there is no mention of a wife or the baby's mother. Such facts, such omissions suggest turmoil and domestic confusion. And of the pain we humans cause so casually to each other, Chubby Gray was young, looked younger, but life had already marked him. Maybe that's why he looks so thoughtful in the few photos which now constitute a heirloom to his son. We long to hear his thoughts, but to tell us now or ever. And what of the mate, 50-year-old Wayne Young? His photograph reveals far too much. It shows a man who knew too much of provocation, hindrances, and obstacles which constitute life for so many. Young's skin looks tough and weathered. His leathery face, the face of too many mornings after the nights before. But then we learn he was married, a devoted family. Now we suppose his leathered complexion to be the tax he paid with his aging body to keep his wife Shirley and 3 children comfortable. And learn he is anything of a man down and out, place to go and no one to go with. Not just a casual laborer, not a cent to his name, no lows and ignored by the summer people, and fast in, fast out visitors like me who smell young sweat and stale perspiration and or want to know his story. Just get away from him as soon as possible. Looks are deceiving, but the great waters take all, good and bad, sinner and saint, loving family men and artful philanderers, still feeling that this man's gnarled by life's unrelenting realities was taking orders from young Chubby, a man half his age. One can only hope they were friends and lived this earth together. An ordinary boat, an ordinary crew, an ordinary day, then. What does a day when a man die look like? It looks like every other day. And so it was Saturday, December 82, left port for one-day trip to Stallwagon Banks, famous for its whales. An early evening return was expected, but there was no return at all, because both men were experienced mariners, because the weather was too bad, but worsening, because no one saw a single distress signal, and because Chubby kept in touch with his girlfriend by cell phone until noon Saturday. No one was unduly worried, just yet. Just yet. But as the hours went by, a sense of development that all was not well, that something was wrong. Monday morning, Chubby's always unnamed girlfriend at last notified the Coast Guard. Waited too long. She will spend the rest of her life wondering, but never knowing. And so the Coast Guard, still not hearing anything, launched a search for more than 2,800 square miles in Massachusetts Bay, finding nothing. But then there were finds, discoveries, which only testify speculation, without involving anything. The boat's survival capsule washed ashore in the marsh area of Saugus River, north of Boston. No signs of life. Then fishing gear, which may or may not have been theirs, washed ashore near Narragansett Beach in Hull. While the Coast Guard worked to turn clues into facts, the fisher communities of Gloucester and Deer Island did what their stalwart, God-fearing ancestors did. They bowed their heads and confronted the stern realities of their chosen way of life. And so, as hope waned, the communities together to help each other through the growing prospect of death, and not just death, but death without the finality of body. Habeas corpus. The great waters said, and the great waters, adamant, tenacious, were determined to keep them. Through it all, the Spirit of God still moved up face of the waters, inscrutable, baffling, our past, future, envoy. Historians of the Gloucester area estimate then, in the last 350 years since its foundation, in 1623, over 10,000 fishermen and mariners have gone down to the sea in ships and never returned. The names of just 5,000 are either painted on a huge mural in the main staircase at City Hall or listed on a new memorial, Centev, on Stacy Boulevard. The list never stops growing. They might have split up, they might have capsized, may have broke deep and took water. And all that remains is the faces and names of the wives and the sons and daughters.
It's a very moving piece, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
I mean, as a Navy man, you're dealing with, obviously, sailing. But this is different. It's so vulnerable. You are served on ships with hundreds, maybe even 1,000 people. Here you had two men against the immensity of the sea. I think it's very moving, and I want to dedicate the events of Gloucester over the last few days. I want to dedicate this memory of these two mariners who went down to the sea in ships and never returned. And I hope their names will go on the cenotaph on Gloucester Mass. What I want to do before we continue on our discussion about the con and why it's important that we know about this story is I wanted to have Howard and I are going to present to you all the scholarship offer. And this scholarship offer is open for this hour only, to the top of the hour, to everyone. If you have been searching and failing to make headway in your internet business, we now have an astonishing offer. And as I say, Howard will be reading the first half, I'll be reading the second half. With this scholarship, you enter the ranks of people who can make money. And you will make money And we can say it because we have vetted so many thousands of people over the last 20 years. We know what it takes. We are asking you to accept a scholarship that is in your honor, $2,500. Now, Howard, why don't you say something? You didn't get the scholarship when you came. This is something that has happened since your arrival here. You've been here for many years. What do you want to say to these people about scholarship? They may be saying, this sounds too good to be true. Is it too good to be true?
No, it's not. I mean, every commission cycle, which we got paid today, which is another great day, I've been consistently having my business paid for thanks to the tools, the support we have here, live monitors who volunteer their time here. The fact of it is I am a creature of habit. I do what needs to be done. Try to inspire people to reach those heights. But the fact of it is that you can't teach an old dog new tricks. If a person really wants to be a true business owner, entrepreneur, they're going to put forth the effort. They're going to learn. They're going to listen to people that have done it before them. And that's where George comes in. That's where you come in. That's where Sandy comes in. You're all encouragers. You're telling us, have you done your promotion just like we're supposed to do? Every single day, have you built your list? How many people have you brought in? These are simple things, people. So not hard. It's just a matter of it's tedious, but it's well worth it when you see those commissions come in, and then you see the duplication factor of your team doing it too, people that you bring in, and that's inspiring.
Let's talk about this date. This is the 15th day of the month. We all know what Worldprofit means. Have one of your commission checks ever been late?
Never. Always on time.
Has it ever been short? Has there ever been a note with it that suggested that it was short for any reason?
Never. They're always the correct amount.
For those of you who are members of the community who happen to be listening in, did you receive your commission check today? Was it accurate? And do you receive it on time the 15th day of every month without cavil or discussion? Let's talk about money for a minute. People always want to know, does this work? You've been here for how many years now?
I'm going to be going on to 5 years coming up very soon.
For 5 years, your commission checks have been on time. And one of the great events that happened during that time was, of course, the recession of 2008, when every major Wall Street bank had to be bailed out by the government. Did we need to be bailed out? No. We just did business as we always have done it. So first of all, for those of you who have been involved in any enterprise whatsoever, where you did not receive your commission check on a timely manner or at all, this is different. This is wildly different. And again, we want to point that out to everyone. Now, what we're going to do here is make the offer. And this offer is dedicated to the 60-some people who are in the room with us now. And if you are listening to us days, weeks, or months hence on the YouTube network, and if you come into the Live Business Center here at Worldprofit and mention my name, say Dr. Lant specifically sent me, we're going to give you the offer as well, even though you might not hear this for a year. You're listening in Zimbabwe in a year from now, and you look at the shambles of your country's economy, or you look at the wars or the health situations or the unstable currency, think of these words. Dr. Lant sent me here to help me, and we will honor this commitment. So Howard, first of all, I want you to do the first half of the scholarship proposal, and I'm going to read the second half, and I want everyone to remember this offer is good till the top of the hour only. At the top of the hour, should you decline it, you will be removed, and we will go on to the next active, committed, enthusiastic, and may I say good-humored person you. Howard, let's begin the beginning.
Okay. You say you finished our silver membership deal group. Then you already know the awesome. You order in the next 10 minutes. You'll receive a $1,500 bonus offer made in the video, plus you can e-blast any website or offer to 90,000 subscribers every month. Get over 500 landing pages and over 1,500 real traffic. Also, our martyrs like myself and Dr. Lant will start closing sales for you today without charging you anything. Finally, your commissions are earning from 20 to 100%. Or you can click on that blue hyperlink to order. This offer is made once and once only, but wait, there's so much more. Important. Place your order within 5 minutes, and we'll place 50 members on you immediately. These hot leads are free members just like you. When you upgrade to our silver membership, you get these 50 people placed directly under you. Sign them up into your program, or if they upgrade here, you get the commission. Click on the red Order Now button to get started. Placing your now. No contract, no obligation. All services backed by Worldprofit's ironclad guarantee of support and service. Still, you upgrade to our silver membership now. You also get over 500 landing pages, over 1,500 real traffic sources, sales in 20 over 100 trends raised now. Email blast to 9,000 per month, and over 100,000 ad credits per month. 3 Facebook marketing courses on how to generate thousands of leads using Facebook marketing tactics. Remember, you can use these resources to generate leads and traffic for any business. Upgrade to the silver membership now, and you can be on your way to earning consistent income now. Your package includes traffic, leads, trusted advertising sources, a comprehensive online training program, plus sales closing assistance 24 hours a day. No other company offers you this. Worldprofit's ironclad backing is based on our 20 years in business. Upgrade to the silver membership now to receive the bonus offer with all privileges and exclusive freebies. Now, if you scroll to the top of the page, you'll see that for 90 days, you get a paid membership to be able to submit to 700,000 SEO and submissions.
Now I'm going to continue, and I want to draw my remarks particularly to M. Jarlin, Bill, Sylvester Kajuna, Stephen, Daniel Lewis, and the 63 people that are looking in on the window. This is for you and whoever now comes into the remainder of the time today, which is the next 30 minutes. The offer I'm about to conclude, Howard, having read the first half, is good for 30 minutes now. If you turn it down, we're going to give your scholarship to the next person that comes in this room. We are here looking for people who can make decisions and can abide by the decisions, who are willing to commit and work with us for enhanced income. The next thing I'm going to give you, in addition to everything that Armand stated, is 100 customers off of my personal list will be transferred to your account this afternoon. At that time, we will send an email out to every one of those 100 people, notifying them that you are their new sponsor, and whenever they purchase anything from our many different ways of purchasing, you are going to get the commission, and that will go on for years to come. In addition, each of you will receive my 19th best-selling book, Net Profits. You can buy a copy for $29.95 at Amazon.com, or you can get it free as part of the special scholarship offer. Now, I want to say something as the author of this book. This isn't just a book about the Internet. This is a book about money. This is a book that tells you exactly, and I am going to underscore exactly, how to make money on the Internet. And finally, we're going to give you 2 months for the price of one. You will pay $99.95 to activate your account. And the activation fee having been paid, you will get the second 30 days for free. Now, I want to say a word about that as well. Many times people kind of get off to a slow start. With this offer, you don't need to worry about that. We're giving you 30 buffer days. Maybe you get a cold. Maybe you have to go to the hospital. Whatever the reason is, you're not going to lose anything because you've been given 30 extra days for free. The key here is clicking your mouse on the red box that says Order Now. You want option number 1, the monthly option. And again, be very clear, this offer will expire just like Cinderella Coach. At the stroke of the top of this hour, you're back to living in a pumpkin. And the horses and the mice all over again. The offer will terminate hard before we carry on. Do you want to say anything to these people about the necessity to act now and about the value of what they're getting in the scholarship package?
Yeah. As I said before, I didn't get this package. I've got all these tools, but the fact of it is I didn't get a free month free. You can have the same tools I have to be successful on the internet. Plus, you can also leverage this in your current business. If you have a business, you need the right tools. You need to be continually educated. I truly believe working online, it's a lifelong journey. to the top. Fact of it is that you're going to need to have the training that George Kosh and our world-renowned home business boot camp every single Friday.
In 26 minutes, this offer will be obsolete, verboten, pulled, withdrawn, dead, DOA, call it what you will. It will not exist. So Jarlin, Bill, Sylvester, et al., if you fail to move now, first of all, you will know that you are no entrepreneur, because this package was designed for entrepreneurs. And let me tell you something. It is our money that is being injected into you. We have to make a decision about who you are. And we make that decision by whether you're easy to work with, whether you are respectful, whether you follow directions. And if we find that you're not, we're not going to invest our money in you. It's a very strict business decision. However, keep in mind that we are the only company in our entire industry that has a scholarship program at all. Now I want to speak for a moment, and I'll address my remarks to those of you who are out of work or transitioning from one industry to another, as is so clearly happening right now in Gloucester, Mass. If that's you, and I don't care what country you live in, stand forward. We aim to help you. If you are in a situation where you cannot find work, where your country is in a turmoil, be it turmoil, or be it climate, or be it floods, or be it war, we are in a position to assist you. Additionally, if you're having a hard time transitioning, nobody's there to help you. You can't find a job. We're here to help you. We help people all over this planet. We call it microfinance. We invest small amounts in you to achieve big results. But you must be willing to follow our directions, and you must be personal at all times. Any other response would be unacceptable to us. Howard, it's very important that these people realize that we don't care whether they're 80 years old. Colleges don't give scholarships to 80-year-old people. They don't give scholarships to 65-year-old people. They don't give us to 35-year-old people. We look at who you are. We look at your habits. We look at your ability to be a good team player, to play business in a reputable way. And if that's you, tell us, because we want to invest in you. If this sounds too good to be true, you're wrong. It is true. We do this every single day. Howard, what surprises you most about the scholarship program? Because these people are then hovering on the brink. They're going to lose out at the top of the hour. I'm not going to extend the time. What can you say to Bill and these other folks to get them to understand that this scholarship is worth $2,500 and will not be given to them another time?
For the 58 members and guests looking in, stop trying to work by yourself. The fact of it is that here we do it as a collective team of entrepreneurs. We get to work under the tutorship of Dr. Lant, who is in charge of the monitors, grooms us, pushes us. He also nudges people. He shows people, if you're willing to put forth the effort, you can have a profitable home-based business. Yes, it's going to take work, people, but doing what you're doing by yourself, doing it for free, guess what? The end result is going to be zero profits. So stop doing that, and once you have all the tools here, you'll have a multi-million-dollar system at your fingertips, and all we're charging is $99.95 and giving the second month free. Unheard of, people. So come on. Stop the procrastination.
Now here's the situation. We have 22
so you can be rolling in money.
We have 22 minutes left for this offer. If you decline the offer, we take your scholarship and we give it to the next person who comes in this room. We are totally unsentimental. It's straight business. If you're not up for doing business with us, we shake your hand and say, we wish you well, but we do not want you. We will remove you. So this is a moment. You decide whether you want to be part of a team, to take a scholarship offer, which is superior and unique, offered by no other company in the industry, or you decide that you want yourself, and that level of fallacious thinking is something we cannot abide. We know you're not going to make it alone. We after all have over 2 million members. We've counseled so many people over the years and try to get them to think seriously about this business. So however, what I'm going to do, we're going to go back to our topic of the day, which is COD. I'm very moved by this story. I was very moved by the Foxy Lady II story. People just here. And like everyone, I speculated on what could happen. They were headed out to Stellwagen Bank, which is where the whales, they're called right whales. Occasionally a blue whale pops up. I wondered myself whether they weren't brought down like the tail of a whale. And it's perfectly plausible. But to have those two men on the cell phone 1 minute and then disappeared, nary a trace, is eerie. It's frightening. It speaks to something primal in our condition. From water we came, from water to water we will go. And it's moving, but it makes us treasure the human moment. I mean, nobody should confront that kind of grief alone. I was writing the article here in my office, being very, very moved. And of course, Gordon Lightfoot is a brilliant poet, a musician, and he captures the strict, stark simplicity, the terrible fate that comes when one fights against nature. Nature is going to win. Comment?
Yes, nature it's going to win, as Doc had said, because I've been through storms. I've been in ships that were getting rock roll, going waves going everywhere, and people being sick. The fact of it is that we don't know what happened to these fishermen. You know, the speculation is that it's speculation. Only person who knows what happened to the fishermen is God. That's the only person. So.
And by the way, for your knowledge, Gitchigumi. And Gitchigumi was the Indian name. And it was used in the poem Hiawatha by my near neighbor, Henry Waddell, who lived over here on Rattle Street, 3 blocks from here. He was a boy growing up. By the shores of Gitchigumi, by the shining big sea water, stood the cabin of Nokomis, daughter of the moon, Nokomis. And he said, I don't need any prompting. That was back that I learned that. And virtually every American of my age group has heard that. We are still hoping for responses. And remember, if you're listening to this program on YouTube and you're in Tunisia, or you're in Ecuador or Kansas City, doesn't matter to us. If you have an internet connection, we can help you. Don't try to do this alone. Do not spurn the scholarship, which so many are using so successfully. It is our attempt to give back and to assist those who are most worthy. We don't help everybody. People do fail to persuade us that an investment will be a good investment. But for those that are willing to do the work, and follow the directions, you will make money, and that's a guarantee. Howard, how does it feel knowing that every month for the rest of your life, if you're in the business, you're going to get a check? Every month for life. Yeah. How old are you?
41.
You just hit the big 4-1. For the next 40 years or more, you will be getting a monthly check at a time when governments are under pressure to reduce benefits, reduce Social Security benefits, reduce disability benefits, reduce health benefits. You're going to get a check from Worldprofit like clockwork. How does that make you feel?
It makes me feel empowered that I'm part of this great community, but I'm also helping people do the same thing. If they're willing to follow the steps, and they're not hard steps, people. George Koch puts words and actions into video. And video is where, but you first have to know how to build a list, and that's where George comes in. Through Doc Lant's articles, I build traffic that way too, because I share his articles every single day. Fact of it is that I'm branding myself as a leader online who has a complete system. Not some cookie cutter system. This is complete, people.
I want to speak about George Koch a moment. For those of you who don't know him, he's been my partner and Sandy Hunter's partner now for well over 20 years. George is a very extraordinary fellow. He is an extraordinarily hard worker. And he doesn't work in a vacuum. He has a vision. Vision is empowerment of entrepreneurs through the apt use of technology. He doesn't just talk about it. He is an inventor. Indeed, one of the sad parts about my administration is that I should have written down all of his inventions. He's made so many hundreds of what we now call apps, software, that it's haunting. All of this comes to every member for free. It was George's vision that people be empowered by payment of a very low, almost derisory fee, $99.09, and in return receive thousands of benefits. Well, have I described that? Anybody who is in the audience who wishes to post a comment at this point about George's assistance to you through the mentoring program, through his lectures, through his video cassettes, through his software, through his apps, through the gizmos, as we like to call them, please feel free to post a comment on the screen. People need to understand that they are not technically adept. I am not technically adept. I'm just like the rest of you. I'm a marketing guy, but I'm not technologically advanced. I rely on George Kosh. However he relies on George Kosh, we all rely on him. Feel free to post a comment. What do you think about that? That to have the confidence of knowing that there's a guy, a brilliant fellow working through virtually 24/7, 365, who's giving you the fruit of his labor, the fruit of his brain.
Oh, I absolutely love it. I can see why he was a success in the military, and I see why he's a success with being one of the founders of Worldprofit 20 plus years later. Wish I found this sooner, but the fact of it is that I'm glad that I decided to take a chance. That chance is paying off, because what else did I have to do? I didn't have a live business center that I invented, no. But this is the technology that I'm able to hear to talk to a global audience and help those who need help.
And we're coming down to the wire. 3/4 of our program for today is gone. We have 15 minutes, now just 14 minutes left. Again, we have 67 people in this room right now. I am prepared. We are indeed all prepared at Worldprofit to give each of you folks a $2,500 scholarship. Howard and I have read that out, what that entails. It is unique, and someone else has it. At the top of the hour, no matter if it's sleet or snow, the offer dies. At the top of the hour, I'm not going to extend this by a single hour. If you don't take advantage of it, you have been told us that you're not a serious player. To be perfectly blunt, we are helping so many serious players. We cannot, and we're a small company, we cannot take the time and trouble to train people who are not serious. Now, Howard has developed an interesting phrase called energy vampire, which is circulated in the company, and we all love this phrase. If you are an energy vampire who sucks the blood out of people trying to help you, please do not respond, because we're not going to be happy. If you're the kind of person who wants to build a business on excuse and freebies, please do not respond. We are looking only for, and if only one person comes out of this hour who's serious, then the time is well spent. If only one person comes out of this in the next hour, then the time is well spent. What do you think about that with your energy vampires? It's an extraordinarily descriptive phrase.
It is, and I'm glad that you brought that forth. From my experience of working online for 18 years on and off, the fact of it is that I know all kinds of people. I've met people that want to just talk, and I learned through the training that you've given to me about providing consults that you limit your consults. You limit it to, okay, I'm here to help you. I have only a certain amount of time because I have so many people, just like we have scholarships left. And the fact of it is that we have to be proactive when it comes to helping those who want to help themselves. That's what our community is all about and stuff.
People come to me and they say, oh, they want the scholarship. Everyone wants the scholarship. It's just, if I said no strings attached, get it right now, every person in the room would jump on it. The quid pro quo is this: just as when you go to a college and you get a scholarship, there's a deal. The deal is we'll give you the money. You have to continue to keep your grade point average at such a level, and you have to do work and be efficient and motivating and organized, etc. There isn't such a thing as free money anywhere. It is a deal that you can live with. Our deal is this: we will invest $2,500 in every single person that signs up by the top of this hour only, or not. In other words, if you come to me and say you have this excuse and you can't do it till Thursday, I got news for you. I was a scholarship boy at college. I have 4 college degrees. The various scholarship committees invested over $500,000 in me. Invested over $500,000. I mean, I had to go through a lot of committees to keep those cards and letters flowing. We are insistent that you be serious. Be serious, be professional, be businesslike, be good-humored, be easy to work with, and we will plead with them. I mean, that's exactly who we're looking for. Now, Howard, I'm going to give you time for a quick comment. We're going to then bring up Patrice Porter, who helps with the White Rabbit, who helps with all of our wires, as I call them, and you're going to come back to finish today's program with me. So, Patrice, if you're ready to come up, we're going to give you a chance to in the limelight and to tell the folks what you got for them.
Well, in closing comments, I would like to thank George, Dr. Lant, and Sandy for all the support that they have given every single one of us. Whether you've been here for a day, whether you've been here for years, the fact of it is that this is what a true business partnership is about.
And we'll come back for a minute. We have a reporter from Big River, Saskatchewan.
And good day, Dr. Lant, and all our members and guests.
Living proof that it works.
It does, no matter where you are in the world. And if you are fortunate to be able to be teamed up with people like yourself, Dr. Lant, and George Kosh and Sandy Hunter and the people here at Worldprofit, you're able to build successful businesses, and I'm very appreciative for George's generosity there, where he is constantly giving of his genius and providing all the tools and resources we need here and showing us how to use them there. Because my knowledge base was very small, and it's growing all the time now, being here at Worldprofit. And if people want to check out my Home Business Central, you can go...
I can say the same thing.
Yeah. You can go to www.20waystoprofit.com. And I've also used the tools and resources from Worldprofit to help people to create abundance by gardening at www.gardeningforfoodsecurity.com. And you can catch the replays of these Anything Goes programs at the new Worldprofit Tube at www.worldprofittube.com, or the YouTube channels Patrice Porter, or the earlier programs on the YouTube channel Pat Porter. And there's some wonderful programs there. I suggest you check them out and take the opportunity to work with the Dr. Lant and George Kosh and Sandy Hunter. You won't find another team like that anywhere else on the net that empower you to build your own successful online business. And with that, I'll say my adieus to the next Anything Goes, 1 p.m. Eastern daily. Bye for now.
And we want to thank Patrice Porter for all that she does for us. She is a volunteer, like all the monitors who help, and she is one of the best. And she's here daily helping me out with Anything Goes. In conclusion, we now have about 6 minutes, just coming up to 6 minutes. Howard, we have 66 people looking at us, wondering if what we say could possibly. They have 6 minutes in which to get on the order form. If they do it, they're not going to be giving me a scholarship. To me, it's completely useless why anyone who wants to be an entrepreneur would throw away a $2,500 scholarship. It just is incomprehensible to me.
And as Dr. Lant says, I'll back off. I think you could do it by. Most of us in Worldprofit have tried that and weren't very successful. But since we partnered with Dr. Lant, George, Josh, and Sandy, guess what? People reach their full potential. But you first need to invest in yourself. Don't look at the $99.95 as money lost. Think of it as money gained. As the tools are ridiculous we have here. There's so much George inventing for us. Worldprofit II, where we can put videos there and share our experiences and testimonies about anything. The fact of it is that we are a community here on the cutting edge, and we want to bring you into our community today. But you only got 4 minutes left.
Now, in the last 4 minutes, I want to return to where we began. And the Fitzgerald, it's, first of all, it's a brilliant piece of work. Gordon Light's not just a musician, he's a great poet. He's the value of language. As a writer myself, I really appreciate the work that he does, and the impact that he has speaks for itself. If you are at any point listening to us in any place where there are threatened industries like Gloucester Mass, to whom this program is dedicated today, I ask you to do, and this is going to be so hard, goal here is to preserve a species. We could, as a nation, say, oh, let's just fish the hell of it. I'm sure things will work out somehow. And then the cod would be overfished, and it would die, and we wouldn't have it forever. People understand that this is not like a pet store where if you die, you get to go buy new guppies. If the cod were to die, and you're fish through our entire history, because the cod is the state fish of Massachusetts, a whole industry would be gone. Now, if you're one of the workers who's being displaced, we don't really understand your pain particularly. We understand your pain, but what we do understand is that we can do something about it. We can't feel your pain for you, and like Bill Clinton's favorite phrase, I feel your pain. But we can help you. I think, and I want to hear your opinion on this, we have at our fingertips the means to help you transition to a better life. And let's be real clear, being a fisher person is difficult. It can be anxiety-producing, it can be frightening, it can be dangerous, it can be death-dealing. So look upon this as possible, at least as soon as possible, as a good thing, and come to us, those of you who are transitioning into a new life, let us help you do it. We're prepared to invest a $2,500 scholarship in each of you who does that. And Howard, what is your last comment for the day?
My last comment, Dr. Lant, is that people, you need to stop trying to do it by yourself. You see that we have a team here. You see that we have a caring group. The fact of it is that we are making money, but we're all helping change people's lives globally. What are you doing to help people these days?
Now, in memory of a multi-century industry, one of the great forces for unity and this goes back before the Great Republic even existed, to the early colonial days, to the brave men and women, mostly men, who were on ships, who went down to the sea in ships, and foundered and drowned, and were lost forever. I, as a historian, want to make sure we don't forget them. And I dedicate this program to the hardworking people, past and present, of Gloucester, Massachusetts, in the hope that they will understand the need to protect the cod and transition as smoothly as possible, something that represents the new world, not the old. And with that happy word, I'm going to play Gordon Lightfoot's famous song, and we'll go out with The Wreck of the Edmund Fitzgerald. Read it as a piece of brilliant poetry. Hear it as an admonition, the cautionary tale. And I'm playing it now.